Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hey there, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? We are swimming in a sea of red. Lots of blood in the air. We still got some green ones. So let's have a look at the charts. Looking here at BTC/USD. Got all the way down, plunged down to the 54K mark. And let's get you some support levels to see if we can hang on and get a bounce for BTC/USD. So we'll switch over to the 1 hour real quick. There came all the way down to that 54,173.76. Looking for that to hold. And first line of resistance is going to be right here on this indecision candle at the 54,997.49 USD. Then we'll go back to the 4 hour and see what we can find. So we're looking down here. Key level not to break through is going to be this 53,221 support. I've got it marked as well. So keep those stops going. If you don't have the ability or if you're not comfortable doing stop losses, you can set alerts in your favorite app or here on TradingView. Just right click on these horizontal lines. You see add alert and it will make all kind of noise for you. We are tracking, so I reset these buy and sell targets here, but we do have to get up through this 100-day moving average. So we got some work to do here, folks, but I think we can do it. Watch this RSI as we get into the oversold for the bounce, and then keep an eye on the volume. Volume is trading pretty heavy at the moment. Let's move on to Ethereum. ETH/USD. Ethereum support all the way down here at the 1661.83, resistance 1693.52. So got those off the 1 hour. And got a little anxious here. This is what you should never do if you're bored and trade. Don't trade when you're bored. You tend to overtrade. So got in a little early on this Ethereum trade here, but I was wanting to grab that bounce while it was down here. Just going to keep a watchful eye on those support levels and see how the rest of the crypto sphere works. Let's move on to BNB/USD. Binance Coin. Lots of sideways action. Been doing this for quite some time. But we do have the 12, 26, and 100-day moving average in the configuration. Only thing is we are underneath that 100-day, so we need to get up there. You see where it was providing support all this time and fell through that. So what's those support levels? It's first level support, 252.13. Resistance on the climb back up, the 258.90. If you look over to the left, you see we're just doing retracements. So it looks like we're going to come up and challenge this evaluation zone like we normally do. So like I said, watch those volume levels. RSI on this particular name is not in the oversold. So good shape for BNB/USD. Let's move on to ADA, Cardano. Cardano coming down here. We got support way down there to 1.06. Managed to save that real important $1 mark sitting down there at the bottom. Excuse me. And resistance at the 1.139 for Cardano, ADA/USD. Let's have a look at PolkaDot, DOT/USD. Same situation. We have the 12, 2600 day, but we fell below that. It was providing support. Now it's going to be resistance as we try to climb back through there. So we have support down at the 34.909 and resistance at 37.896 USD for DOT. Moving on to Litecoin, LTC/USD. Litecoin feeling the most pain of them all the way down to the 186.15. And resistance sitting up there right at the $200 mark, 199.21. We can do a little bit better than that for you. Hang on one second. We'll switch over here to the 1 hour. Got these big massive candles. We do have some new folks in the crypto space, and I'm sure they panic sold when things started dropping. So just keep that in mind. We're going to have some inventory above us as we climb back up. So if they didn't panic sell now, possibility they may want to get out on the way back up. Have resistance at the 188.75 for LTC USD. Let's have a go with Chainlink, LINK USD. Support sitting down here at the 27.29. Not much. Bulls aren't stepping up to the plate as yet, but we did get into the oversold. You see down here in the RSI, did dip below that 30.0. So could be in for a bounce here. Just keep your eye out and ears open. Resistance setting up there at the 27.98. So roughly the 28 round number. Let's look at Stellar, XLM USD. Stellar here came all the way through all these, the moving average, the 12 to 2600 day. Now we're beneath it, just like most of the other names. So looking for support to hold for Stellar at 0.391, resistance at the 0.400. Let's go to Doge. Doge dipping down a little deeper, so you got buying opportunity if you care to do so. Not financial advice, folks. Just some dude on YouTube. But support sitting down there at the 0.05428. Resistance quite a bit there, but your first line of resistance is going to be right in this 12-day moving average. As you can see, it's resisting off there pretty darn strongly at 0.0570. Let's move on to Vechain, VET Vechain managed to hang in there. We didn't get the big belly drop like some of the other ones, only down 3%, 3.73. And still tracking. We did retrace down to the 50. You see, we almost got just underneath there for the bounce. We still on top of the 100-day moving average, so that looking good for us. So look at support to hold right there at the, right over here on this little bitty guy sitting over there. 0.086. Resistance on the climb back up, 0.0894. Volume is kind of drying up here a little bit, so watch the volume, folks. Always an important indicator to show strength. Let's go on to VTHO, Vethor token. Nice bounce right off the 100-day moving average there. So support is at that 0.0166. And we're going to move the resistance up because we are climbing back up. Going to come up and beat that 12-day. So we are looking for a previous price action. There it is at the 0.0192. Let's go have a look at FIL, FILUSD, Filecoin. Filecoin, we're inverted. We have the 100, the 26, and the 12-day all upside down. So going to have some work to do to get through here. Let's see if the bulls can step up to the plate. We did get over to the oversold down here on the RSI, helping us out a little bit. Looking at support at the 75.642 and resistance. Get that down there. We are here on the 1 hour trying to get a little bit more clarity for you there to 77.91. Let's have a go at IOTA. IOTA still in the green for the day, up 4.89%. Zoom out to the 4 hour. IOTA did make the sales target. Got pushed a little bit further through. Some people do use these Fibonacci extensions. There are more ratios or numbers you can use beyond the 100% there, but I usually stop it at there because it works out pretty good. We have the 12, the 2600-day moving average providing support underneath. As you see, we did come down to test both. So support hanging in there at the 1.398. Resistance is, we're going to come down just a little bit. Where are we here? Oh, we're way up here. Here we go. Up there to 1.49, so roughly the 1.50 psychological. Having a look at comp, COMP, USD. Comp, lots of volume on this particular one. And so we got support all the way down here. Why are you not there? There we go. At the 372.89. And then we'll look at the 1 hour to get the resistance level there for that previous price history. Looking at, we're getting some resistance already. Had two goes at it here at the 382.92 for comp USD. Let's give attention to basic attention coin, BAT-USD. Support on, there we go, 1.076, and resistance to encounter first is going to be right there at the 1.120. Still in sight of that all-time high, so keep that in mind. We got the 1226 cross back here, sent us down a little bit, so if we can't get that 12-day back up over the 100-day, back up over the 26-day moving average for some upside potential as we sit there in the buy target. Just need some confirmation and some volume. Let's have a go with ETC, Ethereum Classic, USD. Not as much pain for ETC. Got all the way down there at support at 1151. Now we're starting to climb back up. First line of resistance is going to be right there at the 12.02 for Ethereum Classic. Excuse me. Having a look at Mana. Mana's been on fire. Get on up there. Here we go. Didn't want to do that. That looks a little better. Okay, support at the 0.8839, resistance at 0.9376 for Mana. Do have the 100-day coming up here to give us a boost. But volume is trading very light. Let's have a look at ZIL, ZIL-USD. Support. Look at the 1 hour. I'm slightly off on that particular one. There we go. Got that support level to hold at the 0.1600. Really tight range down there at the 0.1665 for ZIL-USD. Heading over to NU-USD. That support held right off that candle way over here. 0.5956. And resistance going to be first encountered at the 0.61079 for NU-USD. Let's have a look at NMR-USD. So some of these trying to climb back up, so keep your eyes open, ears peeled. We got support right there. 46.084, resistance up there at the 49.88, roughly the $50 mark for NMR USD. Moving into GRT, the graph token. Got all the way down to the 1.49, so roughly the 150 USD. And resistance is going to be, I got that off the 1 hour, I do believe. Yes, I did. There we go, getting through that first resistance level. So we got some running room here. We'll even go to the 30-minute to see if we can see any break. Here we go. That previous resistance up there to 1.63. So we have some running room, wiggle room here. Got into the oversold, bounced right out of there. Excuse me. For GRT USD. Let's have a look at Uniswap UNI USD. Uniswap getting a lot of action as folks are swapping their tokens around. Support at the 32.57. Resistance sitting there at the 33.400. Came right down, bounced off that 26-day moving average, and right on the 50 fib retracement for UNI USD. Let's have a look at Aave. Did manage to get all the way down to the 332.26 support. And I think we can do a little better on that resistance there. Yeah, well, not really. We have to look at the 30-minute. Zooming in here, we go. Trying to climb up through this previous action right there. So first level resistance 342.34 for Aave. Let's look at MKR USD. MKR support at the 1940.63. Resistance coming into play right here. We can come down just a little bit. There we are. At the 2014.07 for NKR USD. Have a look at audio. Audio's been on fire lately. Part of the NFT craze. We'll be looking at audio, CHC, and Theta here in just a second. So audio got support. Not much pain for audio today. So only down challenge the 1.704 support level. And it looks like we're having a time getting through that, especially the $2 psychological 1.9953. See if the bulls can buy this thing up through the $2 mark and take it to the moon. Let's have a look at CHZ USD. CHZ been a little quieter, did manage to come down. We did reset these targets. So you are into the buy zone. We have the 100-day moving average beneath us, but we are getting resistance off this 12-day moving average. So bulls are going to have to step in and buy us up through that, and then we'll have the 26 days. So at the moment, resistance 0.5241. Support down there at the 0.491. Okay. And the winner of the day is Theta USD. Looking really strong up here. We have the 12-day moving average coming up, providing support, lifting us up to the moon. 26-day beneath it, 100-day way down here. So lots of room for this one to continue. Lots of heavy volume in here today. In fact, for the past, for the past 5 days, heavy volume. But we are in the overbought. So keep that in mind. That's why we are kind of cooling down here. So we're going to come down, find our support right there to 9.51. And then we'll need to move. Looks like we did get above. So next line of resistance is going to be right there here on the 4 hour at the $10.61 USD. Let's look at ENJ. ENJB USD. This particular one's on Binance. And we did push through the 100-day, but managed to close above. So far, so good. So we got support down there at the $2.05 USD. And then you got all these previous highs right there. So we're going to get the, where are we at the moment? There we are. First, got to get through that 228 or 2.281 resistance. Then we're going to come challenge the 12-day and the 26 for ENJ USD. Bitcoin dominance starting to fade just a little. So this could be start of the altcoin season. So that's why I always like to chart this BTC.D Bitcoin dominance as folks move out of Bitcoin and seek higher. They get bored with Bitcoin, so they'll go look for the more volatile altcoins. But contrary to what I just said, the total market cap is down. So we're down from 1.816 trillion all the way down to 1.61 trillion 665 billion. Folks, how we doing out there? Anything you want to put in the chat if you'd like for me to chart? One final glance at Bitcoin, BTC, USD before we go. Holding up so far. Just watch this RSI as we start to get into the oversold. Looking for a bounce. That does it for me, folks. I will see you at 6:45 a.m. live Central Daylight Savings Time. Have a great day.